Hi, we're going to color our glue picture with chalk today. It's going to turn out so colorful and it will be fun to make. First, we need to know where the chalk is. If you walk over to the marker bins and then look down, you might spot the chalk. There it is. We'll pass these out to your table. Each table can have one bin and you can share with the other people at your table.
Chalk is very messy, so you'll need to come over and get yourself a paper towel.
Now we are ready to color with chalk. The chalk can sometimes already be very nice looking like this, or it might be covered in chalk dust like this one. You might not be able to tell, but this one is actually pink. If I want to use one that is covered in dust, I can use my paper towel to clean it off. I can just wipe the chalk on the paper towel like this to get all that chalk dust off of the edge. Okay, that's a lot better. There we go. Now I can use it. Then you can color over your paper by going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. When you color on your paper, you might get a bunch of chalk dust on your paper because the chalk kind of flakes apart. It's very dusty. So when you get dust on there, you can just take your finger and rub it in like this. And when you rub it, the chalk will fill in the little spaces next to the glue where the chalk wouldn't fit, and it will come off of the glue. So we want to rub the colors in. Let's try another color. Maybe I'll do purple. Another fun thing about chalk is that you can mix the colors together. So I can color right over top of this other color, and see how the color is not filling in all the way? That's just because I need to go back and forth over the same spot to really get the chalk to show up well. Now I can rub with my finger and it will start to mix with the pink. Now I have this beautiful purpley pink there in the middle, and I'm starting to be able to see my dots really nicely. You can also take your paper like this and just kind of tap it on the table to get some of that extra dust off of there. Let's do another color. Okay, now green can be kind of tricky if I'm doing purple because green is on the opposite side of the color wheel. So if I mix green and brown together, I don't know how that's gonna look. Let's find out. Put this green right here, go right up to the edge of the purple. Use a clean finger to rub this. Okay, it kind of turned out all right. It just starts to look kind of like a grayish color where they mix together because these two colors are not next to each other on the color wheel. If the colors are next to each other on the color wheel, like blue and green, they will mix together very nicely. And they will make a new color. Can you guess what green and blue will make when they're mixed together? If you said teal or turquoise, you're right. You could also call it blue-green. Wow, I love seeing all these unique shapes showing up from my glue. That's so fun.
If I use yellow on yellow paper, do you think it'll show up very well? Probably not, but let's see what happens. I can see it a little bit, but yellow on yellow paper is going to have low contrast. It's not going to have a lot of contrast, so I can't see my glue dots there because the contrast between the color of the paper and the color of the chalk is so low. When there's a lot of contrast, like purple versus these yellow dots from my glue, I can see those really well because the colors are so different.
I'm turning my paper upside down to get this last corner so I don't have to reach my arm across the chalk. Then I will have chalk all over my whole arm. My hands sure are dirty. I'm gonna have to wash these. One more color to do. like how the red and the blue together made purple. Luckily, I can still see my name even though I colored over it with chalk. Okay, time to wash my hands.
When you're all done, you can bring your picture over to our infinity box. We can see ourselves going on and on forever into these infinity mirrors. We can place our artwork inside just like Yayoi Kusama. And we can see our artwork going on to infinity. I can't wait for you to try this part of our activity today. When you're all done, put the chalk back in the bin and use your paper towel to wipe off your spot. Caught in my cord. Then you can come up and get a paper for free draw. Have fun today.